Alright, I guess I will try to keep today short. I did take trades. I got absolutely chewed up in the markets today. It was not a awesome day. I got super emotional once I lost my first trade, and then I just became a complete mess. So, yeah, I will do my best to paint a picture of what happened. We'll go over the ideal scenario first. Ideally, the trade was that we are bearish. I think everybody is considering bearish trades at the moment. I think that makes sense with war news and and just the structure of the market recently. All time frames realistically are showing pretty bearish signs, and then I was focusing on this sell side liquidity as our main target, which we did end up hitting right off the open. And mainly what I was looking for was that sell side liquidity to get sweep after we had a run up. And so we got that run up right here in form of the buy side liquidity. And we can get on to the 5 minute. And here, one thing that I actually am gonna mark out for you guys is this is the ideal scenario. I did not see this, but there's a 1 hour fair value gap in line with that goes right over that buy side liquidity, and then within that there's a previous low back here, like a high time frame low, and then on the 5 minute, what you'll notice is there is a order block within this bearish fair value gap, which explains why we had that second move up. Um, so yeah, that kind of paints a picture for what we had. And then on the 1 minute, we kind of, right here, I took a trade right here when we had this move. We had up, we went down, we went down again, and then we created this order block right here in a market structure shift. We moved back into the order block. I entered, and then I lost like 750 bucks as I got swept out right here. I was right with my bias though. We did end up being bearish, but then I entered again, and you won't believe what I did. I went and took longs because you know what happens when you take shorts and you lose a lot of money. You just flip your bias and donate your money to um, a institutional bank. That's what you do. That's how it's done. But basically, that's what happened. But ideally, the 5 minute came up and took out this order block, which was really awesome. And then right here, one thing that we had is we have a fair value gap here, which hardly gets touched into, if I remember correctly. Yeah, just barely by like a singular tick. And then we have this order block right here, which we beautifully fill. And then um, that would have been the ideal entry, an entry right there, and then targeting this sell side liquidity that I wanted to hit originally would have been the ideal trade from right here with our stops above this high, or even at the top of this body with this bearish for value gap there, and then targeting this down here. That would have been the ideal trade. What I did is I entered short once we entered into this order block right here. Little genius I am. And really, realistically, what I should have done is just re-entered into shorts once I saw that we broke structure, or we had a market structure shift to the downside down here, and I could have entered on the entry into this fair value gap for a really safe entry, or I could have gone more aggressive and entered in right here, like the ideal trade I said. But either way, both were very viable trades. But no, no, I couldn't do that. I had to see this as a market structure shift, this move up, and then enter somewhere in here. Hang on, I'll turn on my my entry so you guys get a good idea of where exactly I made these lunacy decisions. Yeah, right here. See, I sold when we entered into that order block, and then I got stopped out above this high. It lagged as always, and then I bought in again right here as we entered into this fair value gap and this order block, and then I got stopped out as I set my lows below this low. Yeah, no, it was just not. Actually, no, I set my stop loss down here, but I just exited out early because I realized how horrible of a decision I was making. I was like, I just gotta be done for the day. I'm out of here. This was poor decision making. Yeah, so today was not great. Lost like a grand. It was really unfortunate. So yeah, that's it for me today. I'll probably be trading tomorrow, but thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Um, my indicators, if you guys wanted to see those, looked like that. I was watching those this morning, but they didn't give us a whole lot more insight than anything else did. So yeah, it was a rough one to be honest, but I hope you all traded better than I did, and I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I'll be uploading some more trading videos as the week goes on. Have a good rest of your night, and thanks for watching.